I look like crap today. I washed my hair and she became the souffle and I never rose. Shut up. You guys voted for it. Equestrian horror stories. Being an equestrian is such a blessing, but such a curse. Not just your empty bank account, not just the broken bones and the emotional pain. Being a horsey mum is such a blessing, but such a curse, especially when they are as powerful and as hard-headed as you are. So the first story I have for you guys today is the first time I ever went to a dressage competition. This was just after I got Della and I had her for about a year. Me in my head, I'm just like, if I don't win, I don't win. I don't care. But I didn't realise. I swear, every person I was against that day were all PMSing because they just hated each other. So getting Della on that trailer was an absolute nightmare. We were next door to a catering company and all she could smell was the early morning breakfast making, which was 6 AM. 6 AM. Yep, dressage starts very early. I think it was like 8:01. So we had to leave about 6, just in case she had a little meltdown. So she got that little whiff of that breakfast making next door and then all of a sudden she wouldn't move. She smelt it, she took a whiff and was like, I want some of that. We had no attention from her at all. She was just staring in the air, like snorting this fried breakfast smell. It took us about 45 minutes to get on a trailer for a 15-minute drive away. She didn't like mornings either. So yeah, we finally got on a trailer, we'll get in there, and then all of a sudden, we're going past this field full of stallions, and then all of a sudden our car was literally bouncing off of the ground and the trailer was just bouncing everywhere because she saw these stallions and then all of a sudden just turned into a rhino. I'd never seen my pony behave like this. Why is she doing this today out of all days? I'm just shouting out the window, can you just keep down for 5 minutes? Other like past buyers and they were like, honestly, this was like Jurassic Park when it was in that trailer and it's like, trying to get out. She turned into an absolute rhino on a mission. Just keep driving. She'll calm down. Just keep driving. She just got excited. I took off this sheet. I thought, oh great, fantastic. There's no marks on the sheet. She has enrolled in her big stain for a bomb. 5 minutes until I had to saddle up, get on her, and warm her up. I get a typical body brush, soak it under this tap, and just flick all this gross, wet poo juice like all over it. Crisis was solved and I got on her like absolutely fine. Come into the arena, there's the judges. One thing I asked the night before, Lord, please don't have plastic flowers in the arena. There was literally 2 baskets of pansies on each side of the arena. The dressage test is 2 minutes. Just behave. It's going to be done in 8:03. Well, my horse, if she sees something she wants to eat, she doesn't care who's on her, who's holding on to her, where she is. She'll just run across the road and grab it. I've got no strength towards her when she's on a mission. So Della's nostrils went massive. Her eyes were big and white. And I thought, oh, I've already failed immediately. I've got no control of this all. I didn't want to make a fool out of myself, so I asked my mother to shout the test for me, even though I probably knew it off by heart, back, front and centre. I just didn't want to be an idiot and make a fool out of myself in front of judges. It weren't me that done it this time. Della flew across the arena wearing soft white gloves because it's a rule that you have to wear white gloves and we totally forgot about that. So we had to go into the little convenience tack shop and buy white gloves because she was just going to be disqualified. So I had no grip on this all. Bounded our way across the arena, shoved her gob in like 40 bunches of fake plastic pansies, lifted it up, the whole entire basket's gone on the floor, the mud's gone everywhere. My mum is running behind trying to grab her, trying to like give me more strength. So once she's in one of these moods, I can't even hold her. I'm a freak. Just to grab her rein, like, why? Why now? Trying to pull this bunch of plastic flowers out of Della's mouth. And it's unreal! She just shakes tons of this dust, mud, and I saw some spiders on her head as well. So the judges' pens dropped. We just hear this roar of laughter. £30 wasted to enter a competition. Couldn't even do it. Luckily the judges said, oh, because if it's your first time, we'll let you off. So we did the test. They didn't forget about putting that part onto the test sheet. Horses eating the arena. I'm not even gonna say it in a weird way. I loved her because of that, but she could have just behaved for 2 minutes. The test was literally 2 minutes long. So my next horror equestrian story. So it all started with me and Della having a nice little hack along the woods in the morning. In our village, we have a little school here, and they have little daily outings in the forest. They were having a little walk through the horse track, and it's a public path, and all that jazz, alulu. So there was these row of kids, and they're walking along with their teacher. Of course, they want to go and see the horse, so she's good as gold. She stands there all on fours, respects the children. She loved children, so that was kind of lucky. But their shirts had to be white. Green snot all over these two kids. So my next horror story is going to go for a little walk around our tracks and stuff. My friend that was there at the time, her mum happened to be there. And sometimes getting up on the mountain block with her, Della just didn't want to do that. So she was just being a little monkey as per usual, going backwards and forwards. I'm not doing this today. I'm not getting hurt today. Of course, her mum comes up and goes, do you want me to keep her still? And I was like, oh yes, please. She's holding her still. She went straight on her mum's foot. And I think she had Birkenstocks on. I'm so sorry. Next horror story. And I'm going to say my friend Tom and again my friend Claire, they were on their horses and I was on mine, obviously, riding through the forest like it was nothing. But Tom's horse was an ex-race horse, so whenever his brain blew, he would just run and we would just all have to hold him tight and just let him get over himself. But with Della at the end, she used to get so competitive, so she kept bolting, which made his horse want to go faster. But we didn't know, we were on private property. So we're going for a nice little steady canter. All of a sudden, what the f is that? We turn around and there's this crazy old man in like a buggy, like a golf buggy. First of all, what? Of course it's me, everywhere I go follows me and it's literally going 30 miles per hour following us. It spooks Tom's horse and then they go and I think, oh, eventually I can't hold her anymore. And I was like, guys, I'm sorry. Whoa, off she goes. It was us three just going, stop, please stop. We were going for about 2 miles now. So of course this old man's thinking, let's chase them more. We're coming for you. And our couple coming around the corner, both wearing white. There's a big ass, muddy ass puddle right beside them. This couple must have thought we were mad. We had Claire go, stop, get out the way, get out the way. This couple got flying back right into the bushes. Also, horses had no control of themselves. Went straight over that puddle. Those couples weren't wearing white anymore. So I thought it'd be nice one day to take Della for a hack in the forest in the morning. Nice sunny morning, summer holiday. People doing their gardens early in the morning before it gets too hot. I thought, okay, it's getting a bit hot now, let's head home. We're nearly home. We go past this garden and it's just gorgeous. Peonies, lavender, bluebell. And I looked and I went, oh Della, isn't that nice? Her head goes up, nostril opens up, her eyes go wide, 360-degree turn. I had no control. Went straight into this garden, eating all the flowers. This old 80-year-old lady walks out absolutely mortified. I'm just like, she never does this. She's a very good mannered girl. Jaw dropped. Like literally, she said, what a beast. Beast. And I said, I'm so sorry, she's really friendly. She just must be really hungry because she only had breakfast like 2 hours ago. Literally, my horse devoured her garden. That it was just grass now. I'm walking her home. All I could see was just like 30 pieces of flowers like sticking out of her mouth. Just like a road snack. Like munching on her flowers on the way home. So the next horror story didn't involve a horse. Well, it involved horse poo. So horse grooms, they have a fruitful life with the horses, but only 10% with the horses. 85.5 of that time is with poo. Literal poo. So this happened about 3 years ago and snow came down really hard. It was January and it came down really heavy that me and my mum had to walk up to the stables just to get to the stables because it wasn't even safe to drive there. And of course, people with horses, they don't have a choice. They've got to get to the yard if they like it or not because your horses need food. And then of course I'm the horse groom at that time and all of a sudden, yeah, we just got 10 last minute calls. So of course I'm mucking them out like I'm a woman on a mission. It got cold, very, very wet and damp and my feet come to a point where I couldn't feel them anymore. Me and mum get home, absolutely safe and fine. And then all of a sudden, within 2 hours later, I am itching like I'm in a bed of mosquito bites all over me. So I'm thinking, so I look at my skin. So there's huge raised bumps engulfing my whole entire body. I'm thinking, is this a disease or something? So luckily a lot of my friends are doctors and trained medical people, and they said, you have hives. I said, what's that? Is it contagious and you get rid of it 2 days before a date? No, you just have to leave it until it goes, but you can take pills to calm it down a bit. Great. So within the next 2 days, they just grow, because they said to me, it does get worse before it gets better. Isn't this spit on your neck fantastic? So I go to this awkward date in a full sleeve dress and tights, leggings on top. I was just too scared it was going to get exposed and he was going to think I've got an STD or something. So the next equestrian horror story is like the first one. Yep. But this one was jumping. When I had Della about 5 years, I taught her how to jump, and I thought, okay, let's take her to a baby clear round. Take her out for the experience, let her have a whirl of it. If she doesn't like it, we'll just take her home. The trailer thing happened again. Next door we're making dinner because they're a catering company, and she could smell the food, and she was more distracted with the food than anything else. We couldn't get her on that trailer. Finally got her up there with like, I don't know, 10 Oreos. So anyway, this was at night time and it was quite chilly, so I thought, get her blankie, got her blankie over her, and I thought, okay, let's go and get a coffee quickly. And I trust my mum to hold on to her. That was a mistake. So I come out with me coffee thinking, this is going to be a right old laugh. It's going to be terrible, but it's going to be a great laugh. I see people screaming and I'm like, why are people screaming? I think of Della straight away when people are screaming. Why did I used to think that? I see Della literally laying on top of people on the picnic table just to get these women's chips. These women's chips. It was really naughty, but I liked it. This woman, Michelle, was just like, no, you are not having my chips. And literally, Della was like leaning on 5 people just to get her hands on these chips. We get into the arena and everything's fine. She's looking around. I'm like, if you don't like them, you just say no, we'll go home. And all these jumps are always, well, like, put out there, like in a big show. She didn't bat an eyelid. So it come to the 8th fence. All the other ones looked very scary. She spots the simple black and white one with nothing around it. Literally, she just stopped like this. I'm literally standing there looking at her, looking at this jump, snorting in fear. What? I tried to get her over it again. She knocked them over. She was like, bitch, I'm not going over those terrifying things. You can take a horse around the scariest things that they would normally find scary, but when it comes to the most simplest things, oh no. This is the last one. I was on Della, like as normal, on a summer morning, going around the tracks. So we had shooters there every now and then. They shoot blanks to scare birds and pigeons away, because we used to have like a really bad pigeon problem at the yard. So the shooter has forgotten to write down in the notebook that he's there. So I'm taking her around the tracks, absolutely fine. And then all of a sudden, it just halts, snorting. And I'm thinking, over in the distance there's an army tent, and normally that's the shooter. So I was like, Della, there's a shooter, you see him nearly every week. No, she weren't having it. And then I began to notice an army of flapping plastic things towards it, and they're basically they were plastic white birds flapping their wings. Things like this wouldn't normally scare her, but this turned her into a defensive dragon. She's literally trying to attack plastic birds. She lets birds sit on her back. But when there's plastic ones, oh no, there's hell to pay. And she just turns into this big rage and just tries to kill all these plastic birds. I got to push her on and she went past them. Still kept trying to turn around and kill the birds, but yeah, we started to figure out she didn't like plastic birds. Not the real ones that could peck your eyes out or poo on you. He felt very bad. And the shooter come driving around, he was going, I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's okay, just don't bring them plastic birds again. So thank you so much for watching this video. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Trust me, horses are fun.